What was your "fuck it, I'll deal with the consequences later" moment? I stayed up with my friends playing video games online until the sun started rising. I'm in my mid-30s and that level of sleep deprivation the next day was worse than a hangover. For a serial procrastinator like me, this is my whole life. Sometimes I have to postpone those dealings with consequences too. It's an art as well as science. Every time I tell myself, I'll just get gas before I drive to work tomorrow, and then find myself running 15 minutes late. You'd think I would learn at some point. Crossing. Was about to hit a tree while snowboarding. Either break my board on it to lessen the blow or break my body on it. Chose to protect my board. Regretted ever since. Gestures vaguely to everything around me. When she says, "Come in me." Pretty much every left turn I make. I blew past a state trooper doing about 140 miles per hour. 225 km/h. On an empty highway just because I was testing how fast the car could go. Quitting any job whenever I want regardless of having money or not, I'll figure it out. Because you won't have me feeling trapped and like you have control over my life. Been there, done that. I have ADHD. My whole life is a long, "fuck it, I'll deal with it later" moment. Traveling to meet the guy the first met online. Consequences? Married now for 9 years. A friend ordered 2 pitchers of beer at a bar at like 11 a.m. Anytime I drink. But fortunately I have anxiety and it just ends up with me doing seemingly normal things like saying hi to strangers. 95% of my childhood, teenage years, and 20s. Waking up wasted and naked next to my brother's wife. My 20s. Someone violated my son when he was 2 years old. I set the guy's car on fire and shot his house up. Never dealt with any consequences over it. Fuck it. I stopped attending 3 online classes 3/4 into the semester even though I was doing well in them. I just lost any desire suddenly. And I lied to my parents about my grades. I'm lactose intolerant, so some cheese has a stronger after effect than others. But I still eat cheese anyway, lol. Whenever I get calls while I am watching a movie or playing games, I tend to ignore them, except from family, and wait for messages. It's still going on. I haven't changed the tags on my truck in over 3 years. Cops pull me over quite a bit but never about the expired tags. It's about to be skipping jury duty soon. I'll just take the fine tbh. A one-night stand that resulted in non-specific urethritis. The sex wasn't great, but it was the best BJ I've ever gotten. Literally every time I eat super spicy food. Dishes. Gotta go to work but wife wants sex. I'll take the hit at work, I can afford it. I feel this way about being in my relationship sometimes. Like every time I drink, every swig looks better than the one before. Getting back with my ex, consequences are that we're happily married now. Hanging out with my girlfriend in the middle of the night knowing that I have to go to work the next morning. Quit my job when I was 24 and went traveling around the world for a year. Parents wanted me to buy a house with my savings, but I spent it all on seeing the world instead. I knew my marriage wouldn't last while I was walking down the aisle. But fuck it. I'll deal with that shit later. 4 years divorced. 9 out of 10. Was not worth it. Every night watching that one more episode. Every person that has had to badly take a shit in a sketchy place or has been utterly blinded by horniness has said that. Quit school. Looking back, I could have never made a better choice at that time. Being conceived. Falling in love. Speeding. Nutting in a girl I was having a one-night stand with. DW she asked me to, then later told me she wasn't on the pill or anything, LMAO. Fucked a whore with no condom. Got chlamydia lol. Said yes to dating a guy the first knew I couldn't end up long term with because of religious differences. Dated 7 years. When she said, "Take off your condom," it was worth it, and fortunately had no consequences later. Although I was kinda paranoid at the moment. Left the ex-wife and everything in the house. Was driving home from work and came very close to ending it all driving into an oncoming semi. That was enough. Marriage is not a death sentence. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.